Elden Ring, but I'm a cave woman. Yeah, I forgot to not be a woman this run because I've been a woman a lot of them. I feel like it's only fair if I change it up a bit and not be sexist. Yeah, feel me. Anyways, yeah, I just used a big stick and beat the fuck out of bosses. Shit was wonderful. Okay, I'm yapping a little too much. Let's get started. We start with the casual collecting everything, and I mean everything. A lot of these things I'm not gonna show a full fight of, mostly because I just needed to kill the boss for a fucking smithing stone bearing, which really isn't that important. And yes, I do make my character scream at a lot of the end of these because it's funny. And it really plays into the Neanderthal caveman thing when I scream at the dead enemy, you know? I even scream at the beginning of fights for some fucking reason. I don't remember why. I do eventually get rid of the barbaric, whatever the fuck it's called, mostly because, well, I don't need it. It also kind of takes it. It changes the whole moveset, and I don't really need that. Now, IPC isn't the greatest. It barely runs Elden Ring. In fact, it can sometimes barely even run Overwatch. Depressing, I know, but it still does its job. Okay? Leave me alone, I'm trying. Yes, a lot of these fights are going to be a little choppy because of frame drops. It happens a lot. I just have to learn to deal with it. You just have to learn to deal with it. And if you don't want to deal with it, then it's mean. Freak you, man. The whole goal of this run was literally to just be a caveman, or a sort of barbarian-like caveman. I do put a little bit of armor on, not much. Sometimes just a helmet, mostly just a helmet. And closer to the end, I'll have like a sort of full set of armor that isn't really armor. Now, Market is basically one of the only bosses that I didn't die to 4 billion times. I almost die a lot, and I do die a lot, which is fun too, you know? But I think Godric was one of the biggest pains in the asses for me for this run because of, you know, not wearing armor. Now, Market is usually one of the easiest bosses there is because, well, he's the starter boss. He's the boss you're supposed to struggle on the most when you first start the game. But this is like my 70th Elden Ring run. You know, it really shouldn't cause me that many problems, and it doesn't. The only person that ever causes me problems is usually just Godric. And every run I do, I know all of his moves, I know his whole moveset, yet still, Godric is the only one I have problems with. Now, I'm not used to talking too much in my videos. Usually it's just beating the bosses with the said weapon that I'm beating with. But I'm taking some advice from a viewer who said I should speak more because it gets a little boring, which I can attest to. Even I get a little bored watching my own, you know, videos because I gotta edit like 7 hours of footage sometimes. I hope this is something that I can do in the future or get used to in the future. I don't know though. It's a little weird just talking to myself in my bedroom, playing Elden Ring and editing Elden Ring. I don't know, man. It's weird. Most of the bosses I do steamroll in this run because of, you know, a strength-based big-ass fucking stick. But one of the bosses I did struggle with was probably just the Godskin duo. And, you know, everybody struggles with the Godskin duo because it's a fucking duo fight. It's a shitty one at that. I fucking hate the Godskin duo. But, oh man, if children are watching this, we get in so much trouble. Anyways, I forgot what I was talking about, low-key. Oh yeah, the Elden Ring duo fight. I hate duo fights. They always suck. I think DS3 probably did duo fights the best, but, you know, everybody's gonna have their own opinion. And that's Godric. Fuck you, Godric. I fucking hate you, Godric. You're the worst boss in this game. I genuinely hope the worst for you every time I play this game. And every boss from here, well, mostly the bosses in Raya Lucaria don't cause me any problems. The wolf fight really explains itself. Beat the fuck out of it until, well, it dies. I always feel bad about it every time, but there's some things just have to be done. And then, you know, for Nala. However, out of every Souls game, I feel like Elden Ring probably is one of the easiest. I mean, I've beaten Dark Souls a few times and Dark Souls 3 one time, but this game I've beat like 40, 50 times. It's really just not comparatively a hard game, but it does still have its features where it is hard, where it's a little annoying, where where you get ganked sometimes, where you get gang banged by every fucking, you know, enemy on the map at the moment. You know, you feel me? It's pretty annoying sometimes, but most of the time, Elden Ring is an easy Souls game, you know? Every time I fight Renala, I feel like I'm in a fist fight with Ricky Berwick, and his chicken feet hands are fucking tied, dude. I genuinely feel so bad every time. Like, we go through this beating up her children, and then we fucking, what, beat her? Oh, glowing children, time to beat them. Oh, glowing woman, time to beat her. It's like, what? What? Miyazaki probably genuinely just hates his wife. If he has one, he might even be gay, dude. No, he likes feet. Women feet, mostly. Nah. He don't hate women. He don't hate his wife, probably. I genuinely do not know what to talk about. You know, I yap and yap and yap. I don't know what to talk about when I make videos. That's why most of them don't have commentary. Usually I'd have a script if I was doing a commentary video, but I don't have a script, and I don't write a script, and I don't stream these to people, so I don't know what to say, bruh. So how was your guys' weekend? Like, what do I fucking say, bro? What am I supposed to say? Like, hello, loyal servants. Get down on your knees and watch my Elden Ring video. It is pure top-tier content where I beat women with big sticks as a yellow woman. I mean, I see a lot of videos where they kind of just, you know, skip to the end of the fights. But, like, I feel like I'm lying when I do that, you know? I feel like I'm like, alright, here's me fighting the boss. Okay, here's the end of the boss fight. It's like, what? No, that's, I don't know. Maybe that would cut the times a lot shorter, to be honest. I could really do that for the fire giant fights that take 7 fucking minutes. I might just start doing that, to be honest. I mean, honestly, I could cut it down to like 28 minutes, but 28 minutes is still a lot of fucking talking. How am I supposed to yap for that long to keep people, you know, mind centered in? Like, here's this dude fighting this boss, and here's this dude fighting this boss again. I don't know how to explain a run. I just do it, you know? I go here, I go grab a smithing stone, I go grab my weapon that I looked up where to find it at, I get on Cheat Engine and give myself the weapon because I can't get myself the weapon off the fucking ground somewhere. You know, I gotta kill a boss, gotta get to the DLC to do that. It's a little extra, but like, how do I go about explaining it, you know? I am kind of tempted to start doing like anime character builds because I haven't done that yet, and a lot of people like to do this. I feel like even a little bit of modding would be a little bit of fun, but with what my PC can handle, I don't know if that's really in the cards right now. But, you know, doing like a Thorfinn build, or like, you know, from Vinland Saga, or like something that isn't as difficult, you know, something like my PC can still run, because a Thorfinn build wouldn't really take mods, but you get the point, you know? Like, just doing a run based off a character would be a lot of fun, you know? You're playing a Goku build with just like martial arts would also be pretty cool, with a slight int because of, you know, the Kamehameha. We have sort of that Combat Azure. I think it's Combat Azure, probably Combat Azure. Who knows? But like those kind of things are probably what I would do. However, it's kind of difficult to just do that, you know? Some runs would take days, and I don't really have days to just do runs. And most of these runs that I do take a day. This run took me 4 to 5 hours. I just take a break every once in a while just to finish it, and then I edit it for like 7 hours. Let's not be unrealistic. More like 45 minutes. But like, this is gonna take me the longest to edit because I'm talking so much. It's a little weird. Yeah, I'm in the middle of editing this, and I said I wasn't going to do it, but I might just start cutting to like the end of the fights, because you guys have seen from the start of it down to the end. I guess it couldn't be that bad of an idea. I'm going to do it now, so if you're mad, I'm sorry, okay? Okay, so I did it, as you can clearly fucking see. I'm still using the same weapon, and my HP hasn't changed, but I don't get it. So I don't understand if I'm doing it right or not. You know? It's just a little weird. Now, actually, the Horaloo and the shaded, you know, the Godfrey shaded version, or Pissfree, were one of the easier fights. I didn't really struggle with Godfrey at all during this whole run. He was one of the easier bosses. I think one of the hardest bosses for me was just Fire Giant, because he's so boring. I mean, fuck, who really wants to watch the Fire Giant fight? Mostly nobody, because it's so fucking boring. I also don't know how YouTube goes about, like, cursing, because I could be cursing way too much in this video, right? But to me, I'm not cursing too much. Like I would curse like this in front of my dad. You know, not my mom. Do I have to treat YouTube like I treat my mom? Like, not curse in front of her at all? Because, dude, it's just, my vocabulary is terrible, right? And I'm listening back to all of these voice recordings that I'm putting in, and they're all like super like sailor mouth type shit, like just right there. And I'm wondering if it'll just like get age restricted because I curse so much. I know YouTube used to do that, but we'll probably find out, you know. Now I feel like the video is going to be it's going to be a lot shorter now that I'm doing this whole, you know, cutting it down, because it's a little weird to do that, you know. But I won't have a lot of I won't have a lot more like ginormous footage. I'll have like roughly 30 or 35 to 33 minutes of footage, because I'm talking so much, and it's weird to talk so much. I've never talked as much in a fucking video, and I'm kind of just talking about talking, which is also kind of redundant because I'm talking to myself. But isn't this whole thing kind of talking to myself, even though I'm talking to people about talking to myself? It's weird, dude. I don't know. This is all weird. Yeah, what you're seeing now is me finally putting on clothes, because I'm realizing I'm taking way too much damage. I thought that was probably the easiest way to go about it, and I was right. It was the easiest way to go about it. It did really help in the long run of, you know, fighting a few more bosses, mostly just Radagon, because Radagon hits super fucking hard. Thankfully, you know, I had a little bit of armor, not really armor, kind of just clothes to impact the damage. But it's fine nonetheless. And then I had to cut this Fire Giant fight down so much because it's like a 10-minute long fight, and I think that's one of the reasons why footage is so long, is just because of Fire Giant. I mean, people have to see you clearly killed Fire Giant, but do people really have to see you killed Fire Giant? Is there even an exploit I can even use at this point in the game to just get him to kill himself? I know in the first stages of Elden Ring, you could just get him to roll off the map. I know they patched that, but like, what other do I have to even show this? I know, I'm sure a lot of people don't even show this fight anymore. Also, I decided to summon Bernal, because I never do this, but I never, ever summon for fights. But I decided, you know what, fine, it's a duo fight, I might as well make it fair and have a duo with me, even though he's fucking busted, because he can heal himself. You know, but it's that every once in a while I deserve to treat myself, and that's what I'm gonna treat myself with, is just summoning Bernal. Also, Fatty of your Fat Godskin. I don't remember what his is. I think Skinny is Godskin Apostle. I don't remember though. But I don't like Fatty. I can deal with Skinny any day. I can 1v1 Skinny all the time. But Fatty, no, not at all. He ruins the game for me every time I try and play, bro. It's like 1v1 Skinny, that's cool. He could fuck me up. I could fuck him up. It's whatever. But Fatty has such bullshit moves. Like, okay, you know what? You're playing the game, I'm gonna roll and make sure you can't kill me. It's like, brother, what? Where did the rolling even come from? You're basically cheating, and it's not cool. No one likes it. Nobody likes it, except for you freak motherfucker. No, I think Malekith is by far one of my favorite bosses, though. Mostly because the move switch, the move change is fucking crazy. It's like, alright, I'm gonna stab, slash, and throw a few things at you, and now I'm gonna fucking bully you. And it really pushes me to keep getting better, because I want to no-hit Malekith at some point. But that's a little unrealistic if I can't even no-hit fucking Elden Beast. Which I do, I can one-hit Elden Beast maybe within a few days of training, you know, hours and hours of training. But I ain't got that, you know, I get bored, I get mad sometimes. You know, people get mad at video games. I'm one of those people. And it's just a little, do I want to, like, get perfect at the game? Sometimes, yeah. But other times, I feel like not being perfect adds to the struggle and adds to the fuel of the fire, you know? Not being perfect makes you want to play it more. If I'm perfect, why would I want to keep playing, you know? I'm so good at the game, there's no point in playing anymore. So I kind of enjoy not being the greatest, and having the setbacks of having a bad PC really helps to keep the, like, struggle going. And unfortunately, my footage did corrupt a little bit. I lost the entire Gideon fight. Which doesn't really matter because it's a boring fucking boss, but it still kind of sucks because I feel like I'm throwing away, you know, footage, even though I had, like, I guess I can't say corrupted footage, more like I was recording, I forgot about the space on my hard drive that I store my recordings on, and I just didn't check it in time, and then it was too late after I killed Gideon, which really sucks because, yeah, it would really help to have that footage, you feel me? But, like, now that I don't, it's also, yeah, it's, like, not something I have to worry about, because Gideon is just a boring fight. Unless you have a perfect bleed build, Gideon is always a boring fucking fight. I feel like fighting Hoaraloo, like, for hours and hours on end would bring me more joy than fighting Gideon, because the moveset isn't busted, but Gideon is busted. Because, like, he doesn't have any, like, real melee attacks. He just has a fuck ton of FP, which is a little unrealistic, too, with the amount of, like, magic he uses. He shouldn't have any FP by some point in the fight, but he's infinite FP, which I think is bullshit. I think they should implement more, like, melee moves to Gideon, because he doesn't really do any. And I feel like they would add the fear of him more if he was a hyper-aggressive magic and melee, you know, NPC character or fight like boss, but he's not. And it kind of just, like, pisses me off because he just blasts me with magic. And whenever you're not a magic user, it kind of sucks. I don't play this game with magic. I've never beat this game with magic. I don't ever plan to play this game with magic. But I might do a video on it one time because I will never do it again. I promise you that. And, like, even if I were to play with magic, doesn't Radagon block magic anyways? Wouldn't I have to have, like, a lot of fucking just blue flasks, and, like, half of them be, like, healing, half of them be, you know, half of them be FP? Wouldn't that just kind of take away, like, the scariness of being up in the face of the boss? I mean, I could do, like, isn't there, like, a magic melee, like a magic sword or something like that I can use? That isn't, like, I could do, like, Ronnie's quest to get the Adula Moonblade and just use that, right? But that's also super busted still, isn't it? Because Radagon is weak to everything, I think, except for like Holy. So what do I even do at that point? It would just take. I feel like not playing melee takes away from the fun. I will do a boss battle with Estelle's Wing. Estelle's Wing is a lot of fun to use. I have beat the game with Estelle's Wing. I would gladly do it again, but just for the regular magic, no, a magic weapon like the Carrion short sword, or I think it's short sword, or one of those Carrion Night Sword. I think it's Carrion Night Sword. I'd use that. I have beat the game with that, but it's like that also kind of takes away from the fun a little bit because it's busted. The Sword of Night and Flame was busted. Thankfully, it's not anymore. I didn't like it at the start of the first place because it wants everything that it wants you to have like everything, which I think is also still a little unrealistic, but it's whatever. And then on top of that, it's just like, who really wants to be a magic user? It just takes away the fun. I don't want to be Elon Musk and be a heavy rolling magic user. What the hell? Fuck no. Well, that was the caveman run, or Neanderthal run, is what I just like to call it that. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever it is for you, and thanks for watching.
I love you. You love me. I love you. You love me. I love you. You love me. I love you. You love me.